one more inch, then I'm gonna blow your big fat ass back.
I'm sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties. So I am Octavia God King on all social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Y'all can find me there. Tonight we are going to be talking about the movie The Creep. Okay. Please welcome Cory ESPIE. We're going to be talking about it tonight. So y'all could just, we can have a discussion about it right now. What's up, Cory? What's up,
What's
Cory?
up? What's up? What's going down, Miss Tay? Excuse me, Miss Tubi review herself in the building. What's going down? Hey, I saw you looking at everything like
Yeah.
really cool, man.
What? I had to watch it again, y'all. Last time we discussed this, it was, 10 million strong streams. That was in February. But what is
Yeah.
it right now? That was February, Black History
Oh,
Month.
man. I think the last time I heard it was like 13, 14, somewhere in there. I can't remember.
Oh my
DeMarcus is
God.
on here somewhere, so he'll confirm that to be because I don't want to give out no bad information. um, Everything because the Marcus. Shout out to the Marcus Bailey, the writer and one of the executive producers of The Creep on
Mm-hmm.
here, and I think that was one of the first people I saw from the post that you made about the review of the movie, and I saw
Mm-hmm.
him repost it. He said 15. Like, hold on, let me. Like I said, oh, there it is, right there.
16
Said
million.
at
Wow.
15, yeah. So he was one of the first, and I went to your page, and I thought, like I said, I thought it was so awesome what you're doing for the independent film industry, and we just thank you and bless you, Queen.
Yes, thank you so much, King. It's a phenomenal movie, I must say. I watched it with my mama, and we was like, I can't believe this man has issues. Okay, so we got some pinpoints I had wrote down that I want to discuss because I just don't know what's going on. So I want to start off. What started you into wanting to start acting?
Oh man, this is here's the thing. If you add, you know how people talk about their bucket list, it wasn't acting for
Mm-hmm.
me. A lot of people know me as a class clown. I actually was a
Mm-hmm.
comedian in school, everywhere. I was actually in school voted future comedian. You know what I mean? I was voted future comedian. So when I was doing that, that was my thing. Then time went past. Shout out to Shawnee J. That's New York in the building. We got New York in the building. Um the Marcus actually was writing live shows at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working for my dad's company. And of course, I was like I said, I was a jokester, and they needed somebody to play like this comedian role. And so
Mm-hmm.
I got the phone call about it, and we did the show. I never done anything like that except for like church, church Easter play. Hey, happy Easter Day, I'm here. And did it. Of course, my 15 minutes of fame was gone because they actually cut the scene out the next time that show was getting ready to come out. There was a
Mm-hmm.
lot happening at that time, and so right before the week before the show came out, I got off work and I got a phone call, and it was from Demarcus, basically saying like, "Yo, look, the lead guys quit. Um, you think you could do this?" And so I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And at the time back then, there was no like we for live stage plays, we break them down now. And they're like, back then we would do the whole show every rehearsal. So I had
Mm-hmm.
this small part, so I was hearing everything in there. And so when I came back, I remember Andre Loggins, who was directing the play. I walked up and I started saying the lines, and he was like, "Yo, where's your script? Like, how you?" And to me, that was everything that I was taking in there. And
Mm-hmm.
so we ended up doing the show. The show was a success. DeMarcus ended up bringing me back. He created this character called Uncle Charles, which I was the comedic thing behind that. And then Miss
Mhm.
Evelyn Reed came down, saw me, brought me up into the DFW area, and I did her show. I was so nervous because everything was done in my hometown. And from there, I ended up getting ready to do a movie when Carter High came through with Vivica Fox, Charles Dutton, Poochal,
Mhm.
David Banner. So I ended up getting a spot in that movie. Shout out to Latoya Muhammad, the casting director, hit DeMarcus up. Was like, yo, I
Mhm.
got all the major speaking roles to fill, but I got to get him in front of these people. And from there, everything was just up. Octavia. We didn't look back. We started hitting it from there. The calls were
Mhm.
coming and we were working. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no vehicle at the time, so I was getting DeMarcus' truck every weekend and driving it to Dallas. So you know what I mean? And this dude was like investing. When I say investing in, I'm not just like, hey, you could do it. He was like, man, some of these workshops and stuff like $400-500, and he was putting the money up and go, go.
Mhm.
And now he's getting a return on his investment.
He most definitely is, because you're doing a phenomenal job. In this movie right here, I just not sometimes some people get like deterred away of how long the movie is, right?
Right.
'Cause it's like
Hmm.
2 hours. But when you
Right.
actually start watching it, you don't realize it's just flows so effortlessly how everybody plays their part in the movie. You don't realize how long the movie is. And when you finish watching it, you be like, oh my God, what's next? Like, is there something else after this that goes after this? Because that's how good he was able to actually put it together. And the fact of you guys acting out in the movie, it's not too many. It's a lot of good movies on there, but this movie right here, at the length of it, how the length of how the movie was, it was just play by play. You like, okay, what's going to happen? Or I'm trying to guess. Okay, oh no, he crazy. Like, what's going on? Why is he doing this? Why is she doing that? And you trying to
Right.
figure things out, but how it ends, that makes you want more. So you have people that I did the review. They was like, where is the next one? I was like, y'all gotta wait. Like, I don't know yet, but it's coming. It's more parts to it.
Right, right.
People
And,
wanting
you
more.
know,
You're doing a good job when you coming out with a film and people asking about when the next one coming out.
right, right. And and for us that was a very big thing because a lot of people don't know because we never put it out there, but this movie was actually written in three parts.
Mm-hmm.
So, because a lot of people's like, okay, what did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? And it's one of those things where the one was just the shock value to show the
Mm-hmm.
connection. It wasn't telling you more than that other than the catch. But if people really paid attention, the clues started happening at the beginning. You just have to at the end when it's when my character talks about it, you now have to put it all together. So
Yeah.
most people have to go back and watch and really because really the hotel scene starts off telling you what's
Right.
going
Right.
down, but you don't really know that until you get down in the midst of it and hear him
Yeah.
talk that you got to go back and connect it together. So those are one of those things, and I think Demarcus, and shout out to Demarcus and Derek Massey, man, because when you think about those things and you're trying to tell a story, and like you said, I didn't even know the movie was 2 hours because I'm
Mm-hmm.
not in every scene, so some of the scenes I wasn't
Yeah.
there for. So when I got word from another person that had because a lot of these times these movies get reviewed before they ever hit. So they
Mm-hmm.
can make sure things are tight. So one of the guys, he was like, "Yeah, this movie 2 hours and 6 minutes." I was like, "We shot that long?" So I was like, "Ooh," because I'm like that too. I got ADHD, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to sit down. But the one thing, like you brought up, is that we focus on when you think about the Corey Press, you think about the Krista Shades, you think about the
Mm-hmm.
Ticket G's, Jamal Randall, and B Neck. Is a shout out to those two guys right there. Everybody was in a mode of wanting to perform. It was
Yeah.
more about the performance telling this story, not just having a good storyline and not just having good cameras and good lighting to shoot it, but
Mm-hmm.
we wanted to stick ourselves in a position that people go, hey, they're really performing. So
Mm-hmm.
it was a lot of background work. There was a lot of conversations. There was a lot of conversations on the phone. There was a lot of prepping in a sort of a way from a method standpoint
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that when we stood in front of this camera, that our actions, our delivery, our intent, and our goal was met by the performance that we needed to put on.
Yeah, and we most definitely seen it with watching that. People, if you first of all, if y'all haven't seen it, y'all need to watch it before the second one and the third one come out because y'all gonna be behind. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now because I'm already dropping the reviews, and then y'all gonna watch it later. And you know how Tubi be. 1 minute you find it and it be good, and I can't find it, but I don't tell you. I'm sorry,
Mm,
it's out of my hands.
mm,
You should have watched it when I dropped it 2 months ago. You want to see it now? It's too bad. So
right.
let's get a little bit into the movie without kind of getting into it to where it's not spoiled for people who have not seen it.
Gotcha.
Now,
Gotcha.
as far as you are concerned, it's a little right in the beginning, how you said in the beginning of the movie, you see who we find out who the guy who Terry is in the beginning.
Yeah.
He's with this
Yeah.
woman, and we find out we see you walking. He's walking the opposite direction, going out from the
Right.
hotel or whatever, and you're walking towards the actual room where that woman is at.
Right.
Is that the beginning? Is that the start? Well, the beginning of the movie, you got the shovel, and it's a
You got the
body
shovel.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
going
it
down.
seemed like it's going, yes, yeah, it's going down because
Yeah.
you dropping bodies
Yeah.
already. I'm like, hold on,
Yeah.
he's sitting here breathing heavy. He
Yeah.
got the body in there with the blanket.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
there's a little confusion for me. Is this the first victim when when you meet her at the hotel? Because in the beginning, there's a body in the beginning of the movie, and then when you get to the hotel, that's somebody else. Is that the
Yeah.
second
That
victim, or is it like in reverse to where we seeing the
no. It.
body already
Yeah.
there and it's
You're seeing the
reviving?
body, and now you're telling what happened. Now you're telling
Okay.
relation because remember at the end that's what he's talking about. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And then remember he goes and when he has the conversation of saying, "I'm gonna bury you next to that must. I'm bury you must next to her." You know what I'm saying? Because she was the only one that was buried. I
Okay.
mean,
I'm just making
everybody,
sure because I was like,
the
I
other
feel
bodies
like
were found, but she was the only one that buried. So now you show that, and then it goes back and then bring you up to speed. So that was
that's
the
why I
first
was
like clue.
wondering. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why I was wondering. I was like, is he doing it in yeah, exactly, in reverse. I was
yeah,
like, okay, because that's the body there. This is the end result of what happened. So now it's just taking us
yeah,
back. Okay, I want to be with you, but oh yeah, you go home to him, blah blah blah
yeah.
every night, and then bow, whack him in
Wow.
the face. I said, hold on
Yeah.
now. I said, hold
You,
on now. This
yeah.
man, you get what I'm saying?
Because
So
immediately you wanted that impact to understand that what this movie's about to be about,
yeah,
and that there was executions that would happen. Now we have to go into the events of the execution, and then you show the connection of the execution, and now you get the
yeah.
chance to tell people why the executions are happening. Because we knew everybody was gonna be like, is it behind money? Is it behind, you know what I'm saying? But if you
What
really
is the
listen to my
reason?
character
Yeah.
talk, he actually says it in the first girl you see tied up. He really breaks down what his mindset is behind women.
Yeah.
Because we always hear this thing about how like when a woman snaps and busts the windows out the car and stuff, they tell you, man, stop
Mm-hmm.
playing with her. Stop playing with her. But you never really get a chance to hear that from the male side of
Mm-hmm.
guys because I always say this. Women only see 10% of the men in their face. The
Right.
other 90% of men they never even notice when, especially when you're an attractive woman. Because the thing about the dating
Mm-hmm.
market, it's about the women. This about as for men, it's about the women you want, and for women, it's about the man you want. So the ones
Mm-hmm.
you don't really pay attention to.
Right.
So this guy wants to know why is it that the good guys keep coming in last? Women saying they want good men, but when you have him, what do? You go to the one that normally dogs you out. You get with the safe guy, get with him and cheat on him with the guy that'll dog you.
Right.
You know. So we
I feel
wanted to
like it's
make
an
sure.
eye opener. Yeah, it's an eye opener for women, especially because when that vulnerability that you have as a man, a lot of men like don't really like to show that because it's used as a weapon eventually. Or just like how you
Yes.
said, they'll be with that guy to play it safe, and then they be with the ones that dog them out and it's no good, and he no good, red flags. But
Right.
still you wouldn't want to be with the good men. I feel like it's a good eye opener for women, not knowing that okay, women do snap, but men also snap, and you got to be careful because you don't know who
Yeah.
you playing with. You don't know what they've been through when they got to you. So you got to
Yeah.
be cautious of how you treat people. So that is an eye opener. Even though it is a movie, it's still a message for people to
Mm-hmm.
understand. Be careful how you treat people because you don't know what's going
Right.
on. You know. Now,
Right.
for these, you'll probably be able to answer these questions because you was on set with these people. So this is some other questions. So my thing is, this is a big question that I feel like people. Why didn't Olivia check the room when she went to Terry's apartment to feed the fish? Like that's a
Okay.
lot of people are asking me that. Why did she not check? She heard the noise. Why did she not check and went off that assumption that was Terry in that apartment?
You ready for this? You ready for this? I want to shout out to Christian J and Corey Pratt. I'm about to steal their answer because somebody asked him this on another interview we did, and here's what the
Yeah.
answer was. Because if she'd have went in into that room, the movie's over. No more movie. Because she finds out the truth, and now we have no way to tell the rest of the story. So the writer said she's not gonna go in the room, and the director said don't go in the room or I got the dough. But also also I want to put on people's minds this. I want to put on people's minds this. It's a motherly instinct to want to try and change a man. They
Oh
feel
my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah. I want to put on people's minds this. Some people may not be able to handle what they may walk up on.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because if I do open this door and I see what I think I'm about to see, I may not feel responsible or in control of my reaction to
Mm-hmm.
this.
Right.
So I'd rather just leave rather than react because that's where that whole crime of passion thing come in. Kitty say I would have kicked the door in, movie over.
Right.
The whole crime of passion thing came in. You know what I'm saying? Because people were able to get a loophole in the law for walking in on their significant other having
Yeah.
a intimate encounter with somebody, and they lose it and off them, and they were ever to do it. DeMarcus say my pride wouldn't let me open that door for a lot of people. I, I true story, transparent moment.
Hmm.
Ready? I
Yeah.
was dating a girl, really mad into her. I because I felt like she was doing something behind my back. I
Hmm.
made her think I was going to stay somewhere else while working because she know the type of work I did back then, working for my father's company.
Hmm.
I traveled a lot, fixing big diesels and stuff. And so I made her think that I wasn't coming home that night, that I had to go take somebody back to the shop. So I'd rather just
Hmm.
stay where I was and come back because I knew, man. I probably got about 10 minutes from. No, excuse me. I got about 30 minutes from the house, and I sent her a
Hmm.
text and I said, "Hey, change your plans. I'm coming on to the house." Because if I'd have got there and that guy would have been in the house banging my chick, I don't know. And here's the thing, and I'm only saying this part because she ends up confessing that she did have somebody over there. And he was coming. When
Mm.
she thought I was coming, she texted me like, "Oh, he's not coming home tonight. You can come." She said when I text her, he had just pulled up. She texted me, "Don't come." He's headed to the house. So if I'd have walked in there and seen a man giving my girl the two watusi and she'd have been yelling anything, I don't know. So to an extent, I understand why Olivia didn't open the door because you may not be conscious of what you're gonna do because you don't know how you're gonna react to that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like you walk in there and hey Octavia, you walk in the house and your man in there saying stuff he be saying with you, some other girl out on
Yeah.
top
That's.
of him. You you know, it's
I feel like it would be, I feel like it would be some confrontation, and at the same time, you being in that vulnerable state, then that led what to Olivia just being with anybody. It doesn't matter because she's already in that vulnerable state now, going off the assumption of what she thought she heard, and now
right.
I feel like either way, it's a lose lose in a way that you can't handle what your reaction is going to be, and in a way that when you do see it, what your reaction is going to be on both ends. Because you see, she ran into another man because she thought it was her man, and then it got her in more trouble. And I'm like, oh my god. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking the solution is maybe she should have checked, even if she checked and got mad or slapped him or whatever, or just show some type of emotion. Now she's in a more messed up situation now that you know,
So you
she
saying
didn't really
Octavia
follow
going through the
through.
door? You saying
Oh yeah,
Octavia
I'm going
going
through
through
the
the door?
door.
You going through the door?
I gotta make sure. I gotta make
Yeah.
sure.
Whatever come with it, you
I'm
going
gonna
through
be
the door.
mad. I ain't gonna have no weapon, but I ain't gonna have no weapon with me now. I'm not gonna have the intent to be like, okay, if that's gonna be something, it's gonna be chitty chitty bang bang. I'm not gonna,
Right.
feel like okay, something going
How you know
on
you ain't
or
gonna run back to the
combat.
kitchen? How
No,
you
I
know?
ain't gonna
Because
run back.
watch
No
this.
way.
How you know you gonna because what if it's that home girl that you always thought was jealous of you and she finally, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't know who on the other side of this door. You open that door and that's Keisha. You and Keisha
Hmm.
been tight since second grade, but you know Keisha been jealous of your lifestyle, and finally she found a way to creep in and get it by banging your dude, and now
What
you
if
don't
it's a
walk
man?
in
And
again.
what if it could be a man?
Oh,
You just
what if
that'll
it's a
be bit.
man?
Oh my god, that
I,
had me
I think you
fall out.
pass
I
out.
fall out.
You
I
just
fall out. I fall out. Just walk
yeah. I
over
think it's a
me.
man.
Cause I fall out. I feel like, oh my god, this
And he
movie.
hits you with the baby. It's not what you think.
What?
What?
That's only one
Yeah.
entryway. You telling me it's not what you think? No, I'm sorry. That's hard to believe. It's only one way in, one way out. It's hard to believe. No.
I'm kidding. What you
I
say?
won't
I
be.
fainted.
I,
Listen, that's a whole different. I don't even think a woman would have the fight to fight. You don't walk in with your man and another man.
oh my
Like y'all
gosh.
saying, I'm passing out. Like I don't think because you're thinking because and I
That's a
remember on the
woman.
Steve Harvey show, him and Shirley Strawberry was arguing about that, and he was like, Shirley, when you talking about looking for your man cheating with another woman, and you're talking about finding your man cheating with another man, them was a whole set of different clues and sayings you starting to recognize. You know what I'm saying? So you just
It'll
like,
probably be.
what did I miss? What did I miss? How did I miss this? My God, how did I miss this? This
You're
dude,
thinking like it's one picnic we went on that I missed something, or maybe
yeah.
he did this different, or maybe he drank the drink different, or something like that. You just you just try to remember, reminisce, and be like,
Like
okay, what
Janet
happened?
did, like Janet did to Ghost. What's our boy name?
Oh yeah,
Remember in the movie, she caught him looking down
yeah.
at the dude.
That's a man. So you doing the bending? I ain't been no. But hold on. That was wild. He was wild for writing that. He was wild for putting that
Yeah,
in there. That was
right,
crazy.
right.
Oh, you doing the bending? Okay.
That's cold. That's a cold lick there. That is very cold.
That movie was wild. Now I'm jumping because obviously, she finds out that, what she thought it was not.
Right,
So she's on the phone, which I understand. I can say, oh, well, who is this number spam calling me? I understand how to answer that because these people just be calling randomly, these telemarketers, all that. So I understand why she ain't answer. And then when she
right.
finally answered, because she got tired of it, oh, hey, it's Terry. This ain't no Terry. Girl, what? How you gonna tell him who it is when you haven't been answering these calls? You saying arguing with this man. You look crazy.
Right,
What are you
right.
talking about? So now then it brings that vulnerability again for the men. Like, okay, now I opened up to you and I thought you liked me and you showed that appreciation that you liked me back and things like that. And now it's not what it was. It said I would have been
Right.
recreated burning bed. Oh my gosh.
Y'all
Yes,
are
like you
vicious on
can't.
her.
Yeah, because
Y'all,
these two movies, when I say these two movies that have you reevaluate, you be like, okay, maybe now he's crazy. I gotta make sure that I don't play with him. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Or the woman too, don't play with her. You see, they got the show Snap. That's not a joke.
Yeah,
This is real
yeah,
life. They made a
yeah.
show around that.
Cause they had another movie called Please, which is kind of the reverse of this. You know
I
what I'm
seen
saying?
that. I seen that with
Yeah,
Dennis. Yeah, I seen that. She was
yeah,
crazy too. I
yeah.
seen that.
Let's stop playing with people.
We
Cause
we so it was some people that say they were confused by the ending, which I wasn't confused. Obviously, you had an affair with, Cory, and now there's a baby. Now,
right,
what's really an eye opener for me is when he was talking to Olivia Terry, and she's like, "I hope you're not playing with me." And what he say? He said, "You were. This was not random." And I was like, hold on now," because I remember when he was in the hair salon. He was coming there every so often. Well, of course, we're not seeing him going there every single time, but they talking about it. It was like he here every single week to get a haircut. Ain't no hair grow that fast. You come here every single week to come talk to you and date you and things like that. So that had me getting to thinking, okay, she was chosen from the get go
so that's
to
an
see.
interesting.
I'm trying to see, is there going to be a backstory? Yeah,
It is because there's an interesting twist about that, and in two, it's actually going to reveal some things that people didn't know
that's what I was wondering.
about that. It is. It is. I wish I could say it now, but it's so dope.
No,
It's
yeah,
so
don't.
dope. It's so dope what people
It
because
surprised me.
because again, it's gonna be one of them things like, oh wow, really, really, why didn't I see that? So I've been man the way DeMarcus is headed with this thing is it's like yeah, because we was in a meeting last night about it and
Hmm.
just man phenomenal how he ties because if people ever watched the Love and Drug series, it actually when he wrote that it was just supposed to be the one offer and then people were
Mhm.
on it, so he made a two. But by the time he got the three, the way he connected the pieces, he went all the way back and told the story of one through three, and then
Oh
made
my
people catch up to
God.
three. So the way he does that is so freaking awesome. How he
Demarcus ain't
connects.
playing with y'all. He ain't playing
Nah,
with
nah,
y'all at
nah,
all.
nah.
He's
That
not.
dude
He's not playing
here,
with
I don't know
y'all.
what I don't know how sick he is in here, but dude's sick. He's sick. He's sick in a great way, and that's why, man. And he's particular how he casts stuff because a lot of times when he writes and he tells people, I write with people in mind of how I see this going.
Mhm.
And so even when we did this Creep, man, this a lot of people don't really understand that Creep was created because, uh, you know, Demarcus, I was signing him for years, management wise, after he started writing the shows. But he
Mhm.
came to me after I did a movie called Mojo Savage. He said, "Hey man, what's going on?" And then we're walking out the premiere, and he comes up to
Mhm.
me. He's like, "Yeah, man, you ain't locked in. What's up?" I'm like, and I was in a bad space mentally. I wasn't enjoying
Mhm.
acting no more. I was losing my grip for it, and so I think I did a live like maybe 2 days later or something. And I was like,
Mhm.
you know what, he right. And I had to came up there and I said, I need something to challenge me. I said, and what I want to do, y'all, is I want to play a stalker, and I feel like I can go another way with that.
Mhm.
And he hits me. He's like, so that's what you want to do? It's like, yeah, man. Yeah, I think that'll really challenge me and bring me back to where I was. So, like a week later, he sends this rough draft. And he said, yes, the movie we're going to do is called Creep. And I was
Mhm.
like, and we saw it. And then all of a sudden, there was another meeting. It was like, well, we're going to do it in three parts. So I'm like, oh, snap. And then the first day, because we filmed the ending the first day with,
Mhm.
with us two talking, having that conversation. So Terry and I had a conversation how we were just gonna build this backstory to what makes us feel the way we feel. So when we did that scene, it was just
Mhm.
felt dark. It was quiet. Nobody was talking, and we just, hey, what's up? You know. So that was that push behind this that made it really go. And then you stuck Chris in the middle, and you just played this
Mhm.
little circle around there. And then, the thing y'all don't talk about is because Chris Olivia didn't have that conversation. She kept that to herself. Now, I know women keep skipping over that. Y'all gonna have to answer that. We don't let that slide. Yeah, we're not letting this slide. Cause I
Yes,
didn't
he
I
did.
didn't told Chris 15 times, and Chris get on social media and act like she forget that to play victim again. And I get on there, I get all her, I stalk her. Every time she posts on Instagram, anywhere, I'm on her page, and I'm telling her, hey, she like what? But yeah, why is that? Why do people ignore the fact that Livia didn't have that conversation when she messed up?
I feel like they don't want to take accountability and don't want to have her take accountability for what she did. Like they just kind of just run over. Oh yeah, you did that. Okay, so we gonna just keep it moving. Like girl, you just like literally like it had me thinking like girl, you were wrong, but you sit here trying to make everybody agree with you, especially like with the friends. I felt like the friends were kind of trifling a little bit because they're like, yeah, girl, forget him, forget
Right,
Terry, girl. Like, hold on.
right.
So what about Terry? Well, F Terry, they ain't no Terry, girl. Already, like that's you didn't even try
And,
to reconcile
and then
nothing.
flip back once they realized Terry wasn't in the wrong. Oh, well, maybe he other one crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then all on Terry after you just said F Terry at the house
But that's
party.
all. But that was all on her though, because he was already a man. You know how they say a black woman scorned. In this sense,
Yeah,
a black man scorned. He done went through so much, and every time he pull his heart out and everything, it gets stumped on each and every
right.
time. So instead of him being like, "Oh yeah, forget you, I move on, not hear from that," he dropping bodies instead. He rather just
Yeah,
okay, well, if you want to do me bad, you ain't gonna do nobody else bad. Bye. I'm like, oh my
yeah.
gosh,
Shout out Monique Martin. This movie made me more conscious. Stay without the chain. And I've seen a lot of women say that. I've seen a lot of women say,
you have to
I'm
be.
looking at this dating game a little different now because dudes be out here really on that stuff. And it's
Yeah.
scary. It's scary. I do feel sorry for women for that because there's a lot of guys, and like you said, because my wife watched is that Snap or no, it's Fatal
Yes, now.
Attraction.
Oh, I watched it
Fatal
too.
Attraction. Fatal Attraction. And it just it goes from here to oh, and then she gone or he's gone. Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, that's that's where people at? Like that's scary.
Because some people already be on the edge, so they be like, okay, I got one more relationship in me, and after this, it don't work. No, that's it.
Yeah. And he
Some people
told her
are
that.
on that type of time.
He told her. He said, I don't know
She
how
ain't care.
I don't know if I can handle another heartbreak. Because I'm doing well. Olivia kind of glossed over it. She all glossed over that thing like, okay, we all go through. It'll be cool. Yeah. Because she knew that breakup was coming at that point. When she got that phone call, she knew she was gonna have to break up.
Because he was, and then the thing about it, here's another thing I'm confused on, but I'm pretty sure I know the answer.
Hmm.
When you met up with Olivia that next morning, you made the breakfast and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She left,
Hmm.
ate a little piece of bacon, and left, and took a shower. Were you there? I feel like you were there. The orange and her thinking like going crazy. Did I drink this orange juice? I'm like, Granny, no way you drank that. You just like, what are you talking about?
That was one of those mind trick things. One of those you've been in the house
Yes.
by yourself, you hear something like that, and then for the movie to play on it, it's almost like you're thinking because if even if this moment, you remember when she comes over to the house and he
Yeah,
goes to the back, it sets up like he was about to walk up and hit her in the head with something because he
that's what
picks
I
up the
thought.
bag. You know what I'm saying? So it was none of
Yeah,
so a lot of this and a lot of what they done through this is have mind trick situations where what's that? Like something is happening because
oh
remember
my god.
she was forgetting stuff too. She was having memory issues. You know what I'm saying? So a
Yeah,
lot of stuff she was forgetting
wow.
she had done throughout this process. But you had those two things connected together. The mind trick of the movie playing with you like something is happening or I'm there in that moment, you know. And what's crazy is because another thing when you look at it, because me and we supposed to move logical, but through this, because I heard a lot of
Hmm.
people ask this question right here. Well, why did he go kill the homeboy? Well, in every situation, she said he moved way too fast and quiet. In all these situations, when you talk about serial killers, there's a moment, even in real life, there's a moment where the emotions take over and you do something emotional.
Hmm.
And when you look at that, because he really liked Olivia, and I don't know if people really paid attention, he really, really liked
Yeah.
Olivia, right? And so he started when he had the issue with old boy bagging into him, that became an emotional thing. So when he
Yeah.
showed up to the club, it was supposed to be just to scare her, like
Hmm.
he's mine. But what he does is he's got to get revenge. Now, look what that does. He reacts emotionally. Now it's caught up. Now they're putting pieces together on who he is. You see what I'm saying? All
Right.
because he reacted emotionally. You know what I'm saying? So those things that we talk about too with people, even with men, is learning how to control that, which is one of the things goes back to why probably Olivia didn't walk in because sometimes you're not able to control that thing. Somebody is beating
Hmm.
on my door over here. Hold on.
It's a creep over there.
It is. It is. It is. It's definitely a creep at my door. I got that too. If she would have treated him right, he wouldn't have flipped. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because I don't think he would have either. I think it was one of those things. Yeah, I think it was one of those things that if she'd have done because that was the whole test behind a lot of this stuff is to get women to respond better to the good dudes, you know. And when they don't, then there's a punishment for it, you know. And I think that's one of the things that you have to really look at in this situation behind the where he was at. Uh oh, Tavy, we lost you. Wait a minute. Something happened to okay, she came on another one. Let's remove that one. We in there? There we go. You with us?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Got you. All right, you back
That
on.
was really weird. Yeah, that was weird.
The devil trying to mess with us. That's all. He's trying to get us. He been
Yeah.
messing with me all day with
Oh
stuff.
gosh. That's what he do.
Yeah. I wanna ask you something because I know people we talk about who you are. What got you into doing reviews like that?
It started because I used to be working from like a retail out from home. And then I was like, I be calls, I just started watching these Tubi movies. So like say if a call comes through and it's commercial, like I have the call, I'll be on the call, and while the commercial is playing, I'm on the call, and then when I get off the call, I just start into the movie. Like I was already into the Tubi movies, and I was like, let me just try this because I like watching it. So why not just start doing reviews on it? I like watching it, and it's a lot of, Tubi have became very so now people is like, oh my God, what should I watch on Tubi? What should I watch on Tubi? And I just been start doing it
Right.
ever since.
Got you. And that's dope because I love the way that y'all do those and do the breakdowns. I think that is so cool, and it's been one of those things just for us that has been really, really great. So when I saw yours, I was like, yo, oh, this is dope. This is really dope, which it brought a lot of traffic to there and everything. You know what I'm saying? It definitely did that.
Yes, because a lot of people like reviews. So it's like, especially when it's a good movie, you see it gains a lot of traction. So right now I have like the Creep Pen, and it has 10,400 views,
Come on,
and everybody keep
10,000.
looking at it. Everybody keep.
Oh, you went in and out.
And second one is coming, and the third one.
You went in and out on us.
Wait, hold
Okay,
on.
you back.
Okay, now. Okay, there it
Yeah,
goes.
you back on us now. You back on us. So say it
I
again
don't know
now.
what's going on. What was the last thing you heard?
Uh, you said now that the Tubi movies and you was going into that and it just sort of froze right there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I was saying with the 10,400 views, everybody is wanting to know when the second one is coming out, and I'm like, y'all just got to be patient.
Yeah, so we can confirm that the second one has already been approved. We're in pre-production now with everything. So I this is just me. Don't y'all take this to the bank, okay? I can say you can start looking around the first of the year because we actually have a couple Christmas films that are coming out right after this. So I think it's going to jump in right after that in that first little quarter to do um, with everything. So I would say, and like I said, don't quote me on this, but I would say around the first quarter of the year.
So that'll be good. 2020, 2025.
Yes, 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 and like I said, man, because there's so much that's happening and so much going on that everything is going down, and
Mm-hmm.
it's putting us in a major position here, especially in this Dallas market, because there's so many great things that are happening. So many ways we're moving. There's so many producers here that are putting things together, and now
Mm-hmm.
that we're setting this kind of a standard to everything, I think now we put it in position to where we're going to continue to try to raise this bar of
Mm-hmm.
performance, quality of look, quality of intent, quality of delivery, quality of film, quality of
Mm-hmm.
sound, those things. Because one thing, I'm gonna tell you what we do on these sets now. We'll be filming something and go, hold on, hold on. Like we back to that. No, make sure we close that door. Because on that shot, the door was closed. Because what ain't finna happen is they ain't finna hit the Tubi, come on, man. Y'all gotta do better than this. When they walked through the door was open. When they were talking a while ago, the door was closed, now the door back open. So it has made us very conscious. And what's crazy is it happens in Hollywood
Mm-hmm.
all the time. Because like if everybody I always use the money talks. When that bus blew up, Chris was handcuffed to him. When the dude he
Oh
came out,
yeah,
Chris jumped up. He wasn't handcuffed. The dude with the shoot him. He said, no, 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 he got to go with us. He was handcuffed again. So it happens,
that's
and
crazy.
yeah, it's happening. But we know the Tubi watchers are paying attention. So what it's gonna do is make us stay on our game to make sure.
It makes y'all stand out too, because there's so many Tubi movies that they be like, come on, Tubi. I seen one, the guy had a keyboard, but his fingers wasn't even on the keys. And I'm like, what is this? They was like, come on, Tubi. And that's going
Yeah,
viral on people pages. So I was like, come on, Tubi. Like, you ain't even typing on the keyboard. The computer not even on.
right. And those things we have to clean up. We have to be very conscious of that.
It can't
performance
be that
wise, playing
sloppy.
keys, playing
Yeah.
whatever. And that's why, like when we do film a lot of those things and the music happen, if there's a
Mhm.
band, there's actual playing. You know what I'm saying? So even when they do like we did chemistry being on this, they shot it like a
Mhm.
music video. So everything sinks in together from everything continuity wise to making it happen. And we got some tremendous people on production that pays attention to that continuity. You know, we got people from when wardrobe's taking pictures, and that
Mhm.
wardrobe has a sheet list that goes from day to day. They have a sheet list that go day to day, so
Wow.
they can remember what you had on this day, what time, all of that. It's down to a T. You know, they have a shot list that goes on. They have
Mhm.
the call list that happens, and all these things are separate things that are happening at one time, but they all come together and have a conversation so that the continuity of the film stays on course. And people, because that's what I'm saying. Us actors, we just have to deliver our part, but there's a lot of
Mhm.
moving parts that are happening on these sets. To the ones you're seeing with I'm talking about the ones you're seeing with great quality, great
Yeah.
lighting, great camera work, all that stuff, great sound. Man, these people are moving like they're the Chris movie. There's a part where I'm picking up right there. They did a whole
Mhm.
breakdown just to catch that one part where I scream, so it doesn't peak off into there, so it sounds just equivalent to where it needs to be. So
Yeah.
shout out to when y'all see these great produced movies with great production, quality production, man, shout out to all those people in there because they are putting in the work to make sure the quality of these films comes through. So now as the actors, all we got to do is deliver our performance.
And that helps a lot because sometimes I see some movies on there to where the half of the movie you hear the quality good, and then the other half is going in and out, or the words are not matching,
Yeah,
the mouths. And I'm
yeah,
like, what? I'm like, I'm thinking something wrong with my TV at that
yeah,
point because I'm like, let me rewind, let me refresh the Roku, let me,
yeah.
restart the TV. But it's come to find out it's the actual production of that movie that now is have you second guess. Okay, I'm gonna just watch it. It's some movies that I've seen. The quality was the audio. It was horrible. It was horrible. But I didn't want to just give up on it. I'm like, I already watched an hour and something of it. I might as well just finish it.
I just finished it. So
I
what do
might as
you what do
well.
you what do you do about the movies on that? Like, so you just kind of leave them be because your reviews only go down to stuff that you feel people should check out, or do
So
you?
it's some movies on there that like I feel like I don't get it. I just don't get it at all. And
Yeah.
I need other people's perspective on what this movie
Okay.
was. And
Okay.
I'm like, y'all, I was like, y'all watch this movie because I didn't get it. I was like, one minute he was doing this, the next minute I was like, y'all let me know if I'm tripping. Like, y'all check this out to see. And most of the time they tell me I'm not tripping. Like, no, it ain't just you. I didn't get it either. I'm like, okay, so we all confused. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next
Yeah.
movie review because some of them it just doesn't make sense. And
Gotcha.
hope sometimes the viewers know and they say, okay, well, I understood that. This is why he did da 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 da. But sometimes they're just as confused as I am.
Got you. Got you.
So I don't want to just do all or even bash. It's some people who do reviews. Oh, don't watch this. This is garbage. No, I don't want to do it like that. If I'm confused about something, or I'll be like, okay, it was okay. Or if it's a movie that just dropped, I'll review it because it's brand new and people looking for something brand new of this year. But also, I find movies that are really old. I done
Right.
review movies that are really old. They be like, what is this? I'm like, this was good. Y'all check it. It could be a movie from 2001 and
Yeah.
it'll do numbers
So
because
you'll
they don't
still
even know
create
about it.
traffic for people by
Yeah,
saying,
it'll,
"Hey, I didn't really
yeah,
get it, but I want you to go check it out and come back and tell me what you think about it."
of course. Especially if it's old, or I'll tell them in the beginning, okay, let y'all know. Because some of them be like, oh, this movie's old. Okay, old to you. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people just find out of Tubi and they're not knowing this movie is on there. Or even know this movie is good. So even though you didn't see it, okay, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people who have not seen it. And the
Got
numbers don't lie, so the numbers gonna tell you if I got a video. Is the video I got the most on is like a video on there right now. It's called Night Talk. That's on Tubi. It got over 150,000 views. So the numbers gonna tell you what's going on and who's watching what. You
right.
get what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm not gonna take heed to people say, oh, this movie's old. Okay, it could be old. It could be
Yeah.
old to you, but
You
let
should
these
too.
other people have an opportunity to watch it.
Yeah.
And they
Your
come
man
back.
Scott says, yeah, I guess he needs some direction from you.
Yeah, I'll let you know it's a lot. Y'all, you check out my page. if you got TikTok, go on. You know how things going on with TikTok now. With y'all know
Yeah,
what's going on with that. But just go Octavia God King. You'll find me on there, and it's so many movies on there. That
yeah,
you'll find and check out on Tubi, and then you'll enjoy. So we're gonna really look forward to when 2 comes out, because of course that's gonna be. I already seen him. DeMarcus dropped on his page on Instagram. He thought some y'all thought the creek was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, we ready. I said we is ready. He already
it
doing
is.
promo for other movies he doing also, and I'm like, okay, we is. He thought y'all thought the creek was crazy. I said, what is this? It's a movie he doing right now that's advertising on his page. He said, y'all thought the
Yeah,
creek was crazy. Y'all need to check this out. The one who played Terry, he's in that one too. And I'm
yeah.
like,
The
okay.
toxic,
I'm like,
the toxic coming out.
yes.
Toxic, toxic. Yeah, that that right there is a very deep movie. Shout out, shout out Sasha Love,
Mm-hmm.
Kel Bell. You know what I'm saying? My boy, Brennan Ersky, because that movie, man, that movie going. I'm gonna tell you, the movie gonna have you. The first of all, let me tell you, if you got kids, do not let them watch this movie.
I
Do
don't
not
never
let them
watch
see it.
something. I don't never.
No, I'm
I gotta
saying these
watch that.
because it goes straight into, but it's a sexually natured movie, but there's a reason
Mm-hmm.
why, because of some things you're going to find out in the course of this movie that
Mm-hmm.
makes it the sex relevant in here. These are one of the movies where the sex makes so much sense because of what you're going to find out about one of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
And man, yeah, it gets that's April 23rd. April 23rd. Promiscuously toxic gun out, man.
Oh
And
yeah, I'm
Dallas,
gonna review that one. I know that one gonna do
yeah,
numbers like Creek
Dallas,
did.
man.
I'm not even.
We got Lady Thug coming. We got Lady Thug out here. We got Distinguished Robbers. We got The Creep. We got You Forever. We got Swerve Way. We got
Mm-hmm.
matter of fact, the people that did Swerve Way, I Got You Forever. I just left New York doing a film with them called Death Certificate. But
Oh
then
yeah,
you
with your
got,
live, yeah, I seen that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's crazy energy up there. I loved it. I loved it. Also, Christmas with the Fam, McKagan. We got Naughty and
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Then we got Older Man, Younger Woman. We got Stepdad. Man, when I say the list is so crazy of movies, got Shadows of My Past coming. We got Elite Society by Gina Nicole. And go crazy, man.
We got so many
Got
projects
Knee Deep
going
right now.
on.
They working on Deeper.
What? When I
Yeah,
tell you, Kendra told me
yeah,
I had
yeah.
I
They're
had
they're
messaged her.
actually
She was like, "Oh yeah,
filming
we
Deeper
working on
right
that right
now.
now." Yeah,
Yeah, they're
we
filming
ready for that
Deeper.
too.
Ruthless Atonement is getting ready to come from Benet Embry, who also had Older Man, Younger Woman.
Hmm.
Man,
That one was good. I did a review on that one too. That was good too.
yeah, and Stepdad. I tell people that Stepdad's a very good feel good movie. If people haven't watched that,
I gotta
by
see that
Sean
one.
Hunt. Yeah, and it's got Portia Hall and Kenny Gardner in there, which people, if they know Watch Love and Drug series, then Kenny Gardner was my main man in there.
Oh yeah, I
And
seen that one.
he stepped into another phase with the stepdad thing, and which I really enjoyed. But there's so much coming from here, Octavia. There's so much happening in Dallas.
Man, we excited what's going on. Yeah, Dallas. Dallas is flooding up the Tubi. I'm telling you right now. It's
Yeah,
either Detroit. I see Detroit and people from Dallas. That's all you
yeah,
see.
and you have Kingsman is actually the connection of Detroit and Dallas. So you're going to start seeing a lot of movies with the collective people from Detroit and Dallas getting on these movies in the series. That's coming. There's a series that's connecting Dallas and
Hmm.
Detroit. That's coming. So from 2024, this quarter right here, moving all the way into 2026, you're about to see a lot push from the double D's, what we call the double D. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my
And it's
gosh, that's
going
gonna be
down.
really good. And being in connection with you now, being in the loop and knowing what's going on,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
sky's
yeah.
the limit
Yeah,
now.
we
It's gonna
ride,
be a
we
lot
ride
of
with you. We ride with you. We love what you
it's
got
gonna be
going
a
on.
lot. It's gonna be a lot
Yeah.
going on. We looking forward to seeing, all your ventures. It's another movie that you own that right now. I was gonna check it. I forgot the name of it. It just dropped not too long ago.
Swerve
I
Way.
seen
I'm
it.
in the Swerve Way. That
Yeah,
just
that
came
one.
out. I'm in the Swerve Way
I
that
gotta
just came
check
out.
that
And I
one
got
out.
you forever because I got you forever. Got Markiva Britton in there. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah, I gotta
saying?
check both of them
And
out.
those, both. And that actually, that movie comes from the same people. Shout out to my girl Kayana, man. Mad love for her. I'm gonna eventually do a live and get to talk about my New York experience with working with them, man, because it was just all that. But I've been so busy, I hadn't got a chance to do nothing. I'm actually packing to leave tomorrow, on the reality show that I'm working on. So
Oh
I'm
yeah, you
heading
talking
back
about
there.
that.
Yeah,
Man, what's that gonna be on? It's gonna be on a different network.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different network, and I'm gonna, as soon as they, give me the chance to release the information, I'll do it. It's kind of under the wraps because it's in pre-production now. We actually start filming this weekend, so once I can talk about it, you'll be the first to get to hear
Yeah,
about
keep me posted. Keep me posted. Your number's
it.
already saved with the
Yeah,
movie emojis. Keep me posted.
you'll be the first. You gonna be, listen. Every leak that's coming, it goes to you first. It
Yeah,
goes to you.
keep me posted on what's going on.
Yeah. Matter of fact, man, yeah, because we don't work there. Because we would really love, like, and we'll talk about that. We're really happy to get you down for the Premiere Creek too. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
Have
that'll
you
be
in the
good.
building? Have you in
Oh,
the
that's
building?
gonna be good. Oh, that's gonna
Yeah,
be really good.
yeah. Have
That
you in the
premiere.
building? Not just talking about it. We have you in the building and just have the experience with us.
Yeah, because that's good. That's a good networking too. So later down, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I know these people, blah, plugged in, we plugged in, So I just feel like it's a blessing in disguise. One door opens, you doing something that you like to do, and then other doors open,
Yeah.
other opportunities create other opportunities. So I
Yeah.
feel like it's a blessing to getting connection with you, and then DeMarcus, he posted me, and all stuff like that. It's just
Yeah.
more more
Yeah.
exposure and things like that.
Yeah.
So that's
You gotta bless others that are blessing you. And when people like
yeah.
you come through and you take your platform to bless us, man, it's only right we bless you back. It's only
That's
right.
all it's about. Positivity.
Yes, it is.
Blessings on the way.
It is. It is. It is. Man, we thank y'all for tuning in tonight, man. Shout
Thank
out
you
to
so
my
much,
girl,
y'all.
Octavia God King, for
Thank you
coming
so
in. Hey,
much.
tell everybody where they can follow you. Anything for us on the last words and all that stuff. We want to make sure we hear you from you.
No, y'all need to watch Creep. Like I said, he already done told you. It's already done been in the works. The Creep 2, Creep 3. So y'all need to check it out on Tubi if y'all have not already. And like I said, y'all can follow me on my social medias. On Facebook, Octavia God King. On TikTok, Octavia God King. On Instagram, Octavia God King. Y'all follow me and y'all gonna be updated on what y'all need to be watching on Tubi. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, listening to me, listening to Cory talk. And y'all have a blessed night.
Yeah, we'll see y'all around, man. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Homestead. Shout out to Undivorceable. Shout out to JL Bailey Production. Shout out to the JL Bailey team. Shout out to the cast of The Creep. Shout out to Octavia God King. Her platform and everything is going on. Man, we love you. We love everybody. Peace and blessings to the Dallas community, the Dallas based community. Texas Indie Award is coming up, man. See y'all March the 31st. It is going down. Stay tuned for more stuff that's getting ready to come. We'll bring more information back to you. But until then, stay in your skin where you're going to always win. Because even though you're sin, you got to keep a grin. Because where you been, twin? We'll see y'all later.